And welcome everyone for another review. And since we have the new patch, the new hero Skylar, we're gonna review one of the game where she has been played in ranked, and she has been playing in ranked by Coldeisha, which is I think the number 2 player on the leaderboard when it comes to rank. A very strong carry players, and here we can see already a little bit of spiciness. We're going for the Occult Crest, which I assume is to go for the Typhoon. Probably Skylar, a hero that can really benefit from the Typhoon, and so we're gonna see how it goes into the lane. So he's playing with Predecessor. I don't know how if I pronounce that correctly. I pronounce it in the French way, so I have no idea. But playing a Decker, Skylar against a Narbash Kira. Narbash Kira lane should probably have quite a good amount of problem in that lane because they don't have any pushing power, while Skylar plus Decker are very strong, so they should be very easily controlling the wave. And in terms of like damage, like any stun into the cage, that means that then we get the beam, and that's a lot of damage. We get like a double stun immediately, so we're gonna get the beam, and here we're just like absolutely like demolish them. And also like Narbash is very easy to get like the whole duration of the hypercharge on it. And you can see how like Colt here started with the hypercharge first. Maybe that will warrant like a gank. Ooh. Very nice stun by Catasia here, and we secure a first blood. To be honest, like Narbash Kira lane is pretty rough, especially into an aggressive pick like Decker. And so here we're gonna clear the wave. We get the level 2 probably before like Crazy Fool arrive, but they're both level 2, so I don't think Crazy Fool can do anything here. He's gonna try like to reduce a little bit the damage. We try to get some good damage, but Margot Robbie's at 1 HP. He's gonna drop. Ooh, we missed the auto attack. If the auto attack connects, Crazy Fool stay for a very long time, but that means that this Skylar is gonna be free to be aggressive. So Crazy Fool kinda sacrifices his old jungle to kinda help that dual lane, but with the level 2 being secured, I don't think there was anything to be found. So already like they're in a very good position. A very nice beam by Catasia. Oh, we missed the plasma grenade, so we have to disengage, otherwise we're probably dead. We're gonna get the blink out. So a little bit over aggression by Cold, because now like you see like the wave is pretty big and he cannot step forward to farm it. So that's gonna be probably it's gonna be a problem. This is where in those situations you have to understand as a carry, is it worth to fight? If like I fight what I'm going to win and what I'm going to lose. Here what he could have won was a kill on the carry and then the crash, which in a sense is nice. Like the kill on the carry is not bad, especially that then allows you to snowball the game. But if you don't manage to get the kill, and it wasn't that simple to get the kill, to be honest, well then suddenly there is a risk that you lose your flash, and then you have trouble because the wave is getting frozen, and so you lose a lot of gold and farm. As you can see here, I think Margot Robbie is ahead of gold despite how the early game has gone, which is insane in a sense, and that's all because we decide to go for a very high risk play with not that much reward compared to the classical. Here they could have just like look at crashing the wave, get gold buff, and gold would be like super far ahead in that lane already. So that's something as a carry. Once again, I know I keep telling that, but I feel like in NA we love kills a little bit too much. Predecessor is not a brawler, Predecessor is a MOBA, and as a MOBA, like what really matters is the farm. Kills is a way to get farm. It's not a end goal in itself. But we're back. Ooh, nice stun. We try to get for the plasma grenade afterwards, but we're a little bit slow on the uptake, so it's not gonna work. You can see that no Boinks is level 4 also, like he's ahead on levels. Like they're both ahead on levels because of all these situations, so we're also like no slightly behind on experience while we were dominating the wave pretty convincingly. So this is like how much it costs to actually go for that aggression in that situation, and you see it's quite costly actually. They have to be careful, they cannot really like fight there, so we're gonna go for the air assault, try to get as much damage as we can. Overall they have a lot more damage than the Narbash Kira lane at that stage with the Decker. Here we try to trade some auto attack, we get a good stun, good damage onto the Narbash. Very nice beam. So far, pretty impressed by the very nice aggression that Katessie is dishing out in that lane. It's the first time I think I see that player, unless it's a rename. Here we get the rotation from Province, which should allow for like probably crashing that wave, but the wave is not fully crashed, so Cold is gonna be like in a tough position, forced to flash away, trying to get away. Margot will be stepping forward, but not to the point that he's at risk of dying, and so we're gonna get out. But once again, like the wave is not crashed properly, so far I feel like wave management, like good aggression by Cold and Katessie, but wave management is definitely not very, very convincing so far. Here Cold kind of loving to stop this Iggy from going back to base, but I don't think it's that much to the benefit of Cold. Like Cold would have loved to be able to reset, but that means Eternal lost quite a lot. But that was a bit risky by Cold to do like all that being annoying against that Iggy, because if Contest was around, then they would have dived him and he would have lost like 10 minions. And if he lost 10 minions, then suddenly like his game is very, very rough. So like that's one thing. Usually when I review Cold, that's a little bit how it goes. Like Cold is a very momentum-based player, very good mechanically, loves to get into the head of his opponent, but he's not really a micro type of player that just like gets very efficient farm, perfect wave management, far from it actually. So it's a different playstyle. I feel like if Cold were getting better at those macro things, wave management and all those things, it would become like an absolute unstoppable monster. Like for instance, like this fight we have seen earlier. Here we got like a good follow-up after the stun. We got some good damage. We're gonna like use the AR Soul to disengage. They have to be careful, the Decker stun is coming back soon. Oh, we don't connect, unfortunately. So here we get the Kalari arriving. They maybe have vision on it because they're playing back. And here I don't like the fact that they're pushing a little bit too much that wave. You can see that on the mid lane they had no priority, which means that they're probably gonna like step forward here to be aggressive on a timing that the Iggy and Scorch could have been rotating towards them. So once again, in terms of wave management, here they don't get punished because the Iggy has gone back to base, but they're playing aggressive to secure like these Fengtus, but that could have been like the Iggy coming from that side fog wall and suddenly they could have been dead because Cold doesn't have... Okay, he got his flash back now. So it would maybe have been safe with the flash, but I feel like it's not an ideal situation. And here, that means they also offer a freeze because they're on the Fengtus. So he cannot step forward to get like any farm. Overall, they didn't need to push that wave, and now that's costing like some problem. At least he get the cannon thanks to the plasma grenade, but that means that the wave is still like not in an ideal spot. At least now they have a lot of range minions, so it's pushing back into them, so Cold should be fine now. But once again, those little things, if they were clean up, Cold will already be so far ahead. And it's important because they're playing a Decker Skylar lane against a Narbash Kira, two characters that scales very, very well. So they should like take advantage of their very strong early game to create like a very, very strong domination. And here we're looking for some aggression. Ooh, we catch the dash with the containment fence. Looking maybe for the Ion Strike. Ooh, stun, Ion Strike. No, no Ion Strike. Oh, Ion Strike already been used. Ooh. Good damage here. Margot Robbie got surprised. Flash Ion Strike is a little bit ambitious. Your carry has no mana and he's fighting in a wave. So here, a little bit too much aggression from Katessie. He has to be careful though. No mana, no flash. Cave Coyote again is looking for something. And so now, once again, we're gonna have a problem with this wave management. Here, Cave Kaioken shouldn't have backed out fully. Like, they look at crashing that wave for sure. And Cave Kaioken, they have no mana. They could have looked for a fight here with that Zarus. I don't think he had the Mutilator finish at that point, but... But yeah, once again, wave management was not excellent. And luckily for them, Cave Kaioken didn't play that properly, or that could have been like a big punish again. That's also something I do hope in the future. That's also one of the reasons I'm doing those videos, is to try to teach people about all those things and the subtlety of like wave management and those things. Because once more people actually understand that, then more people will start to use that, which means that mistakes you do at the higher level will get punished more, which will then force you to learn yourself, and suddenly everyone will step up and we will get like a more interesting, more in-depth game, which is what I hope for Predecessor overall. Because here you can see, like, for me, wave management was very bad multiple times, and many times it's not getting punished. But if it's get punished properly, suddenly like a game that is playable becomes unplayable. So we finished the Sky Splitter, first item. Then we're working towards the Serrated Blade with a crossbow. So I assume we're working towards Tented Rounds to be able to counter the healing from the Narbash and the Contest. Can counter also a little bit the healing of the Mutilator, the Tempest. So a lot of good things. Not really sure why we have gone Tented Charm first. I guess it's a lot of good stat and it's like a stat stick for Narbash, but the anti-healing is not really valuable. So here we're looking at fighting a little bit. Good damage from the Kira. Like, you're not landing most of the abilities. And so after maxing the beam, we look at maxing the plasma grenade. So I feel like on Skylar, or maybe we get like into a fight, we're gonna fly over, he's rotating, try to go for the Ion Strike, pretty good damage, try to go for the Plasma Grenade, but it doesn't connect, but now we get the Kalari, and that's gonna be a kill. So good rotation by the jungler. And as I was like trying to mention, I feel like there is like two paths. I think maxing the beam first is the best, because also of the passive damage you get on your basic attack. It's a lot of damage in any single trade situation. And then you have two choices, either maxing the Plasma Grenade or maxing the Air Assault. I feel like maxing the Air Assault gives you two things. It gives you like better all-in potential, so you can one-shot target with just like combo of Air Assault, auto attack, beam, reset into like a lot of damage plus Plasma Grenade, because Air Assault damage, if you could do all of that, you get 1 tick from the auto attack, 2 ticks from the Plasma Grenade, and 4 to 5 tick from your beam, which like will absolutely decimate someone. And they cannot like really interact a lot with you while you're in the air, especially if you're against team that don't really have this type of interaction. Here we're looking, I think there was like a Plasma Grenade in goal to maybe get the kill here, but we don't try to go for it. Or then you can max the Plasma Grenade. Also, like maxing the Air Assault give you like more reset of Air Assault, which makes you like slightly safer later on. Or we go for the stun, but we don't follow up with the damage, we're focusing on the wave. I'm not really sure, because this stun was pretty good, so that would have been like a very easy kill, but Cold like not going for it. Maybe his Q button is not working anymore. And then you can max Plasma Grenade second. If you max Plasma Grenade seconds, that means you're not looking for being very aggressive with E, you're using E mainly defensively, and you're looking at more like poking with the Plasma Grenade into short trade. You go Plasma Grenade, a little bit of beam, and you disengage, this type of scenario. And I think both are completely valid. It depends what the enemy team is about and what you're looking to do. Here, against a Contest can still like go into you into the air. Zarus don't really have a lot against you though. I feel like there is some potential to be able to one-shot that Iggy, that Zarus, that Kira, that Narbash with the more assassinate a jump in with maxing air assault, but it definitely requires like more experience with the character. So here we're gonna fly, dash away, so we're completely safe, and we're gonna reset, finish these tainted rounds, and start working on the next item. So as you can see, Sky Splitter, tainted round finish, we're starting to work towards the next item. A lot of cooldown reduction on Catasia. I feel like we should be probably looking at the Tainted Scepter when you play against Narbash and a contest. I think Tainted Scepter second is probably better for the decker. And in terms of damage, is not that much less compared to a Time Warp because of the burst from the Tainted Scepter passive. So here Cold is gonna keep farming. His team is getting destroyed in the mid lane, but he didn't like really pay attention to that, so now he's kind of forced to just clear waves. But that could be at the cost of the tier 2 tower for his team. So this is something like, that's exactly what I mentioned. I feel like Cold is a super duper strong player, but when it comes to macro play, I feel like he's still lacking a little bit. Here he's finally looking for the rotation. He's gonna arrive on time to maybe secure some kills, get a good plasma grenade, trying to go in, but he's a little bit out. We're maybe looking for the ultimate here. Beam is not connecting, but I don't think we need the ultimate because we get the slow from the crippling dagger. Like overall here, I feel like there was no reason to drop the tier 2 tower, and probably if they force the tier 2 tower while Cold is closer around, he would be able to actually clear and kill more people, in my opinion. And now because the rotation was kind of low, he's taking a lot of damage onto his own tier 1 tower. And you can see how like those little macro miss decision overall is ended up costing a lot. Like they lose a tier 2 tower and they almost lose a tier 1 tower, where none of that should have happened at all. So here we're gonna get the ultimate level 2. We're looking at rotating maybe towards mid lane. Is getting followed by the Iggy though. Narbash is getting killed. We do have the Iggy that completely ignore. I think that's very bad for the Iggy because even if he killed the Rictor, he would be dead like 100%. It's something like as a caster you really have to respect. It's just like, oh, like you cannot really tunnel vision that way. It was a wonderful skewer though by the Rictor to kind of survive as long as he can and deal as much damage as he can to the Iggy, but even if the skewer doesn't come out here, I think the Iggy is 100% dead for going for that play. Like, it's something, when you play a MOBA or like any competitive game actually, like even in chess, this type of thing, you have to think about, okay, what I want to do, but how the enemy team is gonna react to what I do. And here, like, it's obvious that if the Iggy goes in, the enemy team is gonna react to kill him. Here he has to be careful because he doesn't have the mana for air assault. We're gonna flash in aggressively, and here we tunnel vision a little bit, and that's gonna be a very nice kill for Cold, thanks to the stun from Catasia. And here another example of tunnel vision. We see like, oh, we have an opportunity, but we forget that he's not alone. There is other people in the enemy team. And so that's really, it's tough, like, because it's already like not easy to see what you can do yourself, but you have to anticipate what the enemy team is gonna react to what you do yourself. Or we get like a very nice hook. Should be a dead Narbash or force the flash. But Narbash is getting slowed a lot. We're looking. Ultimate get body blocked by Eternal. Very well played. Something that can be done. Ooh, that stun into Skewer. That was a disgusting stun. Honestly, like, I think that's the first time like I see Catasia, and I'm quite impressed by the player. Maybe he has just like a very crazy good game, but pretty strong stun, good understanding of the poking aggression in the dual lane. I feel like slightly over-aggressive as most NA players are, and not paying enough attention to wave management and those timing in the early games. But here, like, that stun was absolutely disgusting. In the end, they did not end up winning the fight, which is a little bit rough, but still, like, it was... like, they got a free double kill because of... and that's how impactful, like, support can be if you play them correctly.
Catch you on the flip side.
So we're gonna reset back to base. We see that in terms of optimization, we have finished the Imperator. Probably now we're looking for, like, I assume a Demolisher to get the penetration in, the physical penetration. On the other side, we have a slightly tanky contest with Interceptor, Fire Blossom. We have gone Gaia Grave seconds for Cave Kaioken. Getting some movement speed around. We're walking towards the Galaxy Graves for Boinks with the True Silver Bracelet to get, like, the shield. So I guess Tinted Sharp with the health helps with also getting a bigger shield. Sanctification as well. Margot Robbie trying a little bit the new item with Spectra. And Solaris. Solaris. Maybe interesting for Kira, I don't know, because the RMB can proc it and deal the damage immediately. So that's probably, like, pretty strong poke damage from the RMB. And so here we're split pushing. The enemy team is on the Ore Prime and Cold doesn't care. It's just gonna take a tower. I'm not a big fan of that, because I feel like in ranked, Ore Prime can be, like, securing the game. Iggy decide to not go with his team. I think here it's another mistake. Iggy should, like, completely ignore that Skylar and probably just secure the Ore Prime for his team, because now it's a 4v4 on the other side and they're starting to lose it. And the Iggy is not even, like, managing to defend against Cold, and so they're gonna lose the Ore Prime, and so in the end it's gonna work out and they're gonna secure the inhibitor. So it worked out pretty well, but I think it worked out because the enemy team made a pretty huge mistake. Eternal, like, here, if you get Ore Prime but you lose your inhibitor, it's the inhibitor on the side of Primal Fangtus. Like, you don't care. You get Ore Prime, inhibitor, and then you keep someone, like, in the left lane, because it's not like it's actually, like, a problem. And so then you secure the Ore Prime with, like, all 5 members against 4. They don't have their Skylar with them, so that means that a huge portion of their damage is not there. And then you just, like, win the 5v4, get Ore Prime, then you push, get some tower back, get full control, get Primal Fangtus, keep the pressure on, and you just, like, start to snowball and the game out of there. So here, like I said, in my opinion, split pushing by Cold is a mistake, but it worked out because the enemy team made a mistake against that mistake. So in a sense, they don't get punished, and that's gonna be, like, okay for him. But he's getting a lot of farm. As you can see, we're at 230 CS per against the 144, because he's not, like, participating in most of the fight. He's just farming. So Cold is gonna be an absolute menace in those future team fights, if they're joining them at some point. But at the same time, I feel like Skylar is super strong in the 1v1 scenarios. So that's also going to be, like, a strategy. You're going for Skylar split push to try to force some of those 1v1. You can see how we destroyed the Iggy there. And that maybe is one of the strategy we can exploit. Still, offering an Ore Prime for an inhibitor, on taking the inhibitor on the side of the Primal Fangtus, I think it's not the correct play. So here we finally group up with the team. We're gonna try to get this Ore Prime to secure more inhibitor. Actually, no. Okay, we're just keeping control of the Primal Fangtus area. I think that's gonna be, like, the next target. But then I feel like we disengage a little bit too early. We should have pushed, like, one more wave in mid. Keep the pressure high. Oh, that's some good damage on Crazy Fool. But yeah, I feel like we could have kept the pressure high, so that would have kept the enemy team in the dark, would have made that Primal Sanctus like so much easier to fight for. But we get a good dive onto Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie was alone in the mid lane. Against a Calari, it's always something that is very scary to do. Here we're gonna go into the air. We have bonks that try to counter-engage. We play the backline pretty well. We're gonna get the kill and then we're gonna follow up with the rest of the teammates. Good play because we stay next to the pillar, so we cannot really like be aggressed upon.
Initiating flight mode.
We got some good damage. Maybe we get the Typhoon back soon. Get the ultimate. I think the ultimate would kill here. Ooh, the plasma grenade. But it's not gonna be needed because the Calari is gonna secure the kill.
Drive engage.
We're gonna go for the reset because all prime is gone, so we don't get the regen from the all prime anymore. We got the kill on the Iggy and Scorch for a long time. They still have 2 people dead, so if they walk fast towards that Primal Sanctus, they might have a chance, but flows get caught, so that means this Primal Sanctus play is gone. Here we're gonna secure the blue buff, get our level 16. Why are we starting that? Okay. Questionable. But we don't get punished from like using the air assault for no reason because we never have to jump inside the pit here. And we get surprised here. Very good damage by the Zarus, so force called back and we get the kill onto the Calari, which should offer the Primal Sanctus for the enemy team. Like they have the Narbash for healing, it's a 5v3, like why are we not forcing that positioning? We have a Morigesh without flash, which means we can Coldeisha the Morigesh and that's a free kill. We just march Coldeisha Morigesh, Morigesh is dead, get Primal Sanctus. Rictor is on the opposite lane, so like it's a 5v3. I don't know why we're not playing on the Dusk side. Here we just walk forward and we win. Okay, we're finally walking forward. We get the kill on the Decker. Everyone is forced away. Morigesh finally have flashback, so she's not as easy to kill anymore.
Initiating flight mode. You're done.
Try to get some good damage. We are going to die. But that was like a lot of damage being secured. Province going into the back. And here we're gonna get like some good damage. This contest. This Morigesh is still alive. Is she surviving? And she's gonna survive. Yeah, Morigesh was a problem. When Morigesh was so free to kill. She was clearing wave on the left side. And you have perfect control of the Primal Sanctus pit. You just use March. Walk. You just walk towards her from like that fog wall, Coliseum, that's a free kill. You have like all 5 people. Morigesh is not there to contest that team fight. You never lose that Primal Sanctus. We just play way too slow on the side of the Dusk team. Not understanding that they have a pretty huge tempo. Like the Rictor appeared on the right lane as well to defend. So you know it's a 5v3, but hey, we don't play. So we're gonna end up costing... like we were in a pretty good position. And we lose the Primal Sanctus and we offer Triple Sanctus for the enemy team. And here, once again, it's nothing to do with just like the plays. It's just we can see how the macro decisions are not clean. So, in terms of itemization, we're going for a Sky Splitter, Tented Round, Imperator, Demolisher, and now we're going for the Plasma Blade, so we're gonna get like the whole 100% crit chance, because Plasma Blade offer 40% by itself. And it's also like a pretty good amount of damage, with good attack speed, so it's a pretty good stat sticks overall. Give you also a bit of magical power for the Typhoon, attack speed. So we end up losing Kalari. Kalari was trying to trade with the Countess. Wasn't successful in doing so. Iggy is looking for like a flank. Try to go for the hook, the stun, but nothing connect. So we have this Primal Functus, but we cannot really do much with it. So we probably have to just wait for the Kalari to come back up and then look for another fight. We have to be careful towards going towards the left lane because otherwise the enemy team can go into the all prime. As you can see with the Iggy and Scorch, they have a lot of damage. Kalari is dead, so Cold this time. Do the right play, which is to not go towards the left side, otherwise that would have been a very, very free all prime for the enemy team. But it's still like not an easy contest here. So they're gonna be low. And we steal it with the ultimate. Yeah. Very well played by Cold. Very badly played by Crazy Fool. Like, I don't know how we can out-secure a contest when contest Shadow Sleep plus Hunt is probably like 1700 damage. We see the objective going down to 600, so like, yeah, Crazy Fool completely fumbled that Hunt, and good steal by Cold. But big mistake by Crazy Fool again. So now we got all prime on 4 people, which should never have happened. It's a pretty nice game of throw counter throw. So if you're a contest jungle and you want to secure an objective, like the Atomizer from Skylar does a lot of damage from like max range. So either we need someone to body block that damage, or easier in my opinion, you look at how much your Shadow Sleep damage is doing the first time you use it, and then the second time you just like Shadow Sleep plus Hunt at the perfect timing, and there is absolutely nothing to counter that. And you just guarantee the all prime. So now it's just a matter, we see the Mortgage split pushing on the right lane. We should be like creating a little bit more pressure than that, than staying like here in that jungle. We should be pushing lanes. Mortgage secure the left inhibitor, has to be careful. So he's gonna disengage. Now we're looking at getting this left inhibitor that is a fake one. We have the Typhoon that has been secured, so there is not much that can be done to aggress onto that Skylar. And we're gonna secure also, like, all 3 inhibitor has been secured. We have all prime, triple Functus. Should be a game if we play that properly. We just have to fetch for a stasis bomb into a hook, get a pickup, and then we follow to the next target, and we keep doing that. But I haven't seen Flows and Catassier like try to combine that a single time, so... Or we get like a nice hook, Crazy Fool is dead. Ooh, we grouped up a little bit too much. Everyone is in the cage. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Trying to survive. Cole is flashing away. Get some good damage onto the Iggy. Iggy forced to flash away. We're gonna follow up, but Cave Kaioken is going on to Province. We're gonna turn flash away. And at the end, it's a 2-for-1 trade. Oh, a 2-for-2 trade actually. Because we managed to kill the Zarus. Province following like with the ultimate, I think, plus the dot from the passive. I assume also maybe Combustion. I think he was waiting for Combustion to come back to get more damage. And so that's a dead Zarus, 2-for-2. But overall, very nice hook by Flows. But then everyone in his team collapsed toward the targeted hook. So they got all grouped up, which means like pretty strong Narbash ultimate. And they got punished pretty strong Coliseum. And they got punished pretty well. And so they managed to survive on the side of Team Dusk when there was no shot for them to survive. So here we're going for the Primal Functus again. They have to defend waves, so the enemy team is not gonna come, so we're gonna like walk there. Build is completed for the side of Cold. We have another Prophecy as the last item, bringing like more magical power with more attack speed, damage on it. Guess like also maxing a little bit more the bonus of attack speed from Typhoon, which allow to increase your damage of your beam, because beam scale from physical power, magical power, but also attack speed. So the hypercharge is probably dealing a lot of damage right now. And here we're not like overstepping too much because, of course, his teammates weren't close, and so you're pretty evasive with the Typhoon, with the Air Assault, with the slow grenade maxed out, the plasma grenade, sorry. But still, it's you're still a carry. So, and that's a contest, that's a Zarus, that's a Kira, that's a lot of burst damage towards you. Oh, Margot Robbie DC'd, so that's unfortunate. So that's gonna be a dead Kira, and with that Kira, I don't think they have the damage to fully like defend that. That's gonna be a lot of damage onto whom, but onto Eternal, but it's not gonna be enough. So we're gonna try like to secure the inhibitor. They tried to go in, but they only cage the Rictor, so that's not gonna be good enough. Oh, pretty nice stun. We're gonna get the inhibitor, trying to pour minion down. Now we have a lot of minions, so we're gonna focus a little bit the core. I think that's not the correct play. Probably focus on Nabash would have been slightly better here. And we got some good damage. We need to add the damage of the Skylar, so we finally get the kill. Cave Kaioken is trying to go in. We Air Assault a little bit away. And now that's gonna be GG because they kill everyone. So as usual, quick conclusion. I feel like we get 7-1 and 10 score line. Nothing really fancy from Cold. To be honest, I feel like this game, he got this score line because he could farm like crazy. You can see like almost 400 CS. He was super far ahead in the mid game because he didn't rotate to fights. It ended up working pretty well, but I feel like in terms of wave management early, there was a lot to be desired, like left desired. I think he could have done like a much better job, but usually that's where like Cold have a little bit of limitation. And also I feel like those split push kind of worked out, but that could have been like very, very scary, could have cost them the game if the enemy team played a little bit better. In my opinion, there was like a lot of opportunity for the enemy team to just like close out the game, but they didn't took it. So in the end, they managed to successfully secure the W for themselves.